welcome to my YouTube channel. Today in this particular video tutorial we are going to see the exact differences in the outputs when we run the order by query and the similar dataset for the sort by query. So basically why I'm creating this particular video tutorial is because there are few requests I got where people wanted to actually see the output specific differences when we execute order by query versus sort by query. So I already have one video tutorial where I have explained the similar kind of a details but in a pretty theoretical and by taking the example of a sample data set on an Excel sheet or so. So I'm going to give that video tutorial link in the description box, but this is actually the practical this particular video tutorial will give you the practical impression or practical differences between the output when you run the order by query versus sort by query. Okay, so let's go ahead and let me just show you one data set which I have prepared for this particular video tutorial. So I have created one table called as country underscore capital, and it has these 5 rows. So basically this is the ID, this is the name of the country and its corresponding capital. So we have India, United Kingdom, United States of America, France and Italy, and their uh, capital cities. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the order by query, right? Order by, let's say, country is name of one of the columns in this particular thing. And as you know, when we run this select star from country underscore capital order by country, it is going to trigger a map reduce program. And as you can see here, number of mappers are 1 and number of reducers is also 1. And let's see the output of this particular query. Okay, so this is the output, right? So for order by, if you see, let me just quickly put it in the so this is the output of order by query, right? So as you can see, since we have done the ordering based on the country column from our alphabetical ordering, France will come first, then India, then Italy, then United Kingdom, and then United States of America, right? So now let's try to understand the output of sort by, right? So, and this particular output that we are saying is pretty straightforward. I think it is like no much explanation is needed because it is based on the alphabetical order of these particular country names. But the interesting differences that we are going to see is in the sort by output. So let's quickly run the query for the sort by. So I'm just the entire query is same, only I have replaced the order by with the sort by clause. That's it, right? So here if you can see, the number of mappers is 1 and number of reducers are 2. So for the order by, so this is the internal difference basically in the order by and sort by query, that here when we run any of the query by using the order by clause, then ultimately it is going to apply the entire data set to a one reducer, and then that way you are going to get the entire output whatever you will see after as a output of order by query is going to be get sorted, right? Because it is ultimately going to be one single reducer, and one single reducer's output is the final output that is given by the order by query. But somehow that is not the case with the sort by output. As you can see here, I'm just copying this particular data set, but if you see here, number of reducers are 2 here, right? And now let's see what is the output. So let me just copy it one more time. So if you see, there are differences in the output. So France, Italy, India, Italy, it's same, But if you see the last two outputs, the f- the output of order by query in this particular sequence, United Kingdom has came first, and then it has sorted it or ordered the next set, which is United States of America. But here in the output of sort by, it has given the United States of America first and then United Kingdom. Now why we have these two different outputs, and what exactly is the change in between the working of order by and sort by query, that is what we will understand in this particular explanation. Now see, if you consider the actual ordering of the data set based on whichever column we have applied. Now in this particular case, I have applied the ordering and sorting on country column. So order by output is pretty straightforward. The way the alphabets are being arranged, it is always going to be in an ascending sequence because it is the by default ordering. So the order by output doesn't need much explanation, as I have already told, because it is based on the alphabetical arrangement of the A, B, C, D till Z basically. But the interesting part is here. As you can see in the query, there were two reducers that got executed, right? So once this particular MapReduce job has been triggered, there was one mapper and two reducers being triggered, and it has processed the data. And if you have gone through my theoretical explanation about the exact difference between the order by and sort by query, in that particular thing I have already explained that sort by query will give you the sorted output or ordered output per reducer, right? So in this particular case, what has happened was, when mapper has sent the data to the reducer, the first four rows were on the were executed on reducer number 1, and this last row was executed on reducer number 2. And that's the reason for the sort by query it has given us the output. So for reducer 1, which is R1, it has sorted these four records in its ascending ordering, and there was only one record that has been sent to reducer 2. So there is no sorting applied as such, because there was only one record, so it has displayed it as it is. But if you see the records for the record, I mean reducer 1, then these are sorted based on their ascending order. France F come first, then IN India, then IT, that's why we have the Italy, and then we have the United States of America. So basically in sort by, the outputs are based, or the outputs are ordered per reducer. It does not apply the ordering based on the entire data set. What it does is, like, let's say in this particular situation we were having two reducers, so it has ordered the output of reducer 1 as a separate case, output the ordering of the data set within the reducer 2 is a separate case, and it again does not apply any kind of ordering on the outputs given by your reducers. It just displays it as it is basically. Okay, so basically this is the architectural level difference of how the order by works versus how the sort by works. So just to summarize, in order by, ultimately whatever kind of data set on which you are trying to apply the ordering key, which is in this particular case country, it is going to give you the ascending output for the entire data set. All 5 rows are being ordered in a particular way. But in case of sort by, it is going to do the ordering for every reducer. Only for reducer it is going to do the ordering. It will not consider the reordering of the entire data set. So if you have two reducer in this case, then the output of reducer 1 will be ordered in whichever fashion you have written the query. In this case it is ascending, and the output of reducer 2 is going to get displayed as a separate one. Okay, so I hope you understood the practical differences between the outputs given by order by query versus sort by query. In the next video, in the next tutorial, I am going to explain the similar kind of output specific differences between the distributed by and cluster by queries. So please stay tuned and watch my next video tutorial for the detailed difference of distributed versus cluster by queries. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.